SparkFDMOnline.com. Spark FM. We are here, people. We are here. We might be a little tardy to the party. We might be a little early to the burly. But we are here early in the morning. Rockstone Triz, Miss Hot Sizzling Sauce. Miss Tony decided that she was going to go on a vacacione and leave us to our own devices. And that's rude. It is just rude, and we're not going to settle for that anymore. Darn it. We're not going to settle for it.
But I'm glad she's
yeah, but she needed to get away, reset, and get started again. And that's what we're going to do on this show. So this show is going to be pretty much a free-for-all. So if you guys have any really great stories that you want us to look at that we haven't covered this week, go ahead and send it to us, DM us, email us, drop it in the chat, and we will get to it. We're going to cover a bunch of things that we just kind of have to figure out. Rockstone Triz, how are you? Quick check-in.
I'm okay. So yesterday, yesterday was I had bitter news after we called
I
air.
know.
My mother called me and told me, so my cat's been missing for like 2 days. We haven't seen her for like 2 days, and she called me yesterday and said that she passed.
Oh my God. And we talk about Mocha so much on this show. She's pretty much our show mascot. And how long did you guys have her?
We've had Mocha about 21, 22 years.
Wow.
Human years. But she was still, it looked like she got attacked by something,
Oh, really?
Yeah, when my sister picked her up, because I didn't. My sister picked her up. It looked like something bitter.
Wait, your sister picked her up?
She had gloves on and stuff.
Okay.
We buried her in our backyard.
Oh, you did? Oh, my mother was very much pushing for that. She was a big advocate for that.
That was her favorite place. I had a cat dog.
That loved to.
She was a cat dog. If anybody knew her, she was like, she was definitely, she was
and
out in the streets and talked to you and came up to you, and she was nice, and she could get gully when she needed to get gully.
I like that. Yeah. See, a good pet. People, these pets be really in people's lives hardcore. Like they become like one of your little kids.
Absolutely.
One of the kids that you can ignore a lot of times.
Right.
Sometimes, especially a cat. They're pretty independent.
Yeah. Rest in peace to Mocha.
Rest in peace to Mocha. You also have a pretty busy weekend today.
And yes, it was also my goddaughter's birthday, Monet.
Big shout out to Monet.
25.
We got a chance to cut a little cake with her. 25. So who's 25 years old? 25. Not Monet. She was just born.
Jeez.
All of these kids are just getting so old. Yeah. And I don't know what to do about it. I don't feel good about it. I feel
my godson
old.
Graduates tomorrow, 18.
18.
Jeez.
How you have such big children?
I don't know.
It's a big children. Today we got Noah in the building. Good morning, Noah. Good morning. He's with me for the weekend, so I'm excited about having two children.
What are we gonna do?
I don't know. I've never had multiples before, so this is going to be interesting.
Never had multiples before.
Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of yelling, I feel, because them two
what
together
up, Janet?
are crazy.
I know, all week I was thinking about you yesterday.
I know, Janet. Where have you been?
We didn't hear you all
Janet
week.
been busy. I don't like that. Quit that job, honey. Quit that. It's not. We don't need that type of negativity in our lives.
She said she was a mascot, full costume and everything. Send us some pictures. What was your what kind of mascot were you? What animal? What's your spirit animal?
You know you're not supposed to say spirit animal?
Why?
Because it is derogatory to the natives.
Oh Lord.
I found that out the other day. I said, but what is going on in the world? Y'all is just taking everything that we know to be regular and making it derogatory, and that's not okay. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't.
But my I think you're supposed to say your.
She was a penguin.
Who?
Janet.
What would be your partner in
my spirit animal?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm saying spirit animal.
Say it because I don't know what else to call it.
Frick that. A tiger.
A tiger.
A tiger.
A tiger. What would be your animal, Noah? A panda. All right. Okay.
Why a panda? And yours?
Mine would be a monkey.
A monkey.
A monkey, yes. A monkey. Because I like to climb trees. I don't like to wear shoes. I like to be free, swinging from vine to vine. You know, those kind of
like
things.
to cause disruption.
Yes, they do. I like to settle in on places and rumple its feathers, steal all the bananas, all the things that I like to do. All the things.
Okay. We got a tiger, panda, and a monkey.
A monkey. Yes, we are there. In the sake of time, because we will have to slide on all of you a little bit early, just to have some engagement. Where you at this morning?
I'm at the Holland doing their graduation.
At the Holland Amherst University, where where they party. Let's all get ready. I'm gonna enroll CK right into the Holland, because I'm gonna be like, listen, I like to dance. They got parties. And Tristan is their DJ. So with that said, we're gonna get right into the news. Saucy and Friends in the Morning starts right now.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the Morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
The People Station. What is that? Spark FM. Advertise your business, brand, or music on Spark FM. Contact us at sparkfmonline.com for more information.
Yerp. So everybody's plans today seeming to be a little bit for this weekend are seeming to be a little bit discombobulated because of the weather that is going to be happening. So let's start with the weather. Today is June 16th, 2023. It is Friday. Finally, it is Friday. Partly cloudy conditions from 12 to 1 p.m. with mostly cloudy conditions expected around 1 p.m. We're going to have a high of 82 degrees today and a low of 59. There is no chance of rain today. However, tomorrow, Saturday, we're going to plummet down to the ground at 66 as its high and a 90% chance of rain for most of the day. So Saturdays will be low of 57 at 11 p.m. and the high will be around 66 at about 12 p.m. But it will be raining. It will also be raining on Sunday and Monday. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, the whole entire weekend, the whole entire holiday, it will absolutely be miserable. So let me see. Saturdays is light rain early, then remaining cloudy with thunderstorms developing in the afternoon. High of 67 Fahrenheit. Winds in the east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. We have on Sunday showers in the morning, then cloudy in the afternoon. High only of 66 Fahrenheit. There will be winds, a chance of rain about 30-40%. It's actually about 60%. And then on Monday, again, partly to mostly cloudy, slight chance of rain. It's only going to be a high of 68 degrees, a 40% chance of rain. So, don't know what's going on. This whole week has been absolutely gorgeous. And then we're going to we're just going to be inside for the big Juneteenth holiday. Big Juneteenth long holiday. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. So a lot of the events that people were planning to go to tomorrow, such as Juneteenth Joy, that happens in Hyde Park. It's a full programming every year. That has been changed. That has been changed at this point to, let me find out where it's been changed. A lot of people were going to that. So we want to make sure you guys know what's going on. So same time, new location due to the rain forecast on Saturday, June 17th. The Juneteenth Joy celebration has been moved to the new Mission High School. That's 655 Metropolitan Ave in Hyde Park from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So again, Juneteenth Joy that was supposed to be outside at the Martini Shell on Truman Parkway has now been moved to New Mission High School, 655 Metropolitan Ave. Some other moves, Splash Pool Party starring Nessa Preppy and Akil and Salty, not
DJ
Saltfish.
Sheem.
DJ Sheem and say it, all of them.
No.
That has been moved too. So Tristan, break it down.
Splash is now a 2-part event. For those that had tickets for Splash, there's now a pool party going on today, this evening, from the hours of 6 to 10. Meet and greet pool party with the artists. They will be there, and then tomorrow will be the performance part taken side indoors.
For a little bit more detail, just because I know that a lot of you guys were planning to go. So Friday, still at Mojitos, we're gonna be poolside, 6 p.m. until. For artist meet and greet. So that's Nessa Preppy, DJ Sheem, Saucy, Akeem, Sounds by Team Asai. That is going down tonight. So instead of the full pool party being tomorrow with the performances, they've split them up. So meet and greet tonight, pool party. Your tickets are still honored. And then tomorrow from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m., there'll be live performances from Nessa Preppy, DJ Sheem, Salty, and Akeem, and that will be inside of the venue, still on the same property, the same grounds, Mojitos. You will be inside. So tonight outside while it's hot, and then tomorrow inside while it's cool. See, outside hot, inside cool. Today and tomorrow. Tickets will be honored for both. I think those are the two major changes that I've heard. I'm not sure about the Franklin Park Juneteenth celebration. I'm pretty sure that is rain or shine. So if you got a tent or something and a lawn chair and an umbrella, bring it out there if you want to have a good old time. A good old time. And with that said, let's get into the news.
I have a fresh story here.
Ooh, go ahead.
Boston community says graphic video of public sex act illustrates routine occurrence.
Oh, over there on Mass and Cass. So let's get right into that. So
I have the story right here. Let's go to the video.
Let's go to the clip.
Here's the clip.
Perhaps there might be some graphic content. I doubt
they've
it.
been fighting to
just
stop
in case.
open drug use around the area of Mass and Cass.
And now with the weather getting warmer, a new, more graphic problem has emerged in view of families. Boston 25 News reporter Drew Caritas has the story.
When I look at this video, all I can say is I'm glad my child was not in the car.
The cell phone video that we're blurring because of its graphic nature shows a sex act unfolding in public in Boston's open-air drug market, where the crowd has been visibly growing in size by the week heading into the warmer months, as seen in this brand new footage. Neighbors say they witnessed disturbing sights in plain view on a regular basis.
It is happening every day. It is something that is in our face. I like this
her.
My child's childhood is
I love her.
South End resident Janina Ricard has a 14-year-old daughter who's finishing her freshman year in high school. She feels a portion of her daughter's childhood has been tainted by what she's seen in connection with the city's Mass and Cass corridor.
Children are being affected. Children are being hurt. We can't send our children anymore to the park. We don't know what's going to happen from here to there.
Neighbors and community activists say they're worried what kids are witnessing every day while passing through this busy stretch of road on school buses and in cars. They tell us they don't believe what's happening here would be acceptable in other communities.
The amount of things that they're witnessing at a young age driving through that area. This video just shows that we have to do something.
Community activist Jahaira Lopez says the sexual activity, drug use, and other behavior that would be considered illicit elsewhere is taking its toll on families. While she understands the people who come here need help, she says that doesn't erase the unresolved quality of life concerns.
People are allowed to do things that they normally cannot do in other communities outside of Boston.
Where do we go from here, and when does it get fixed?
Drew Caritas for your local station, Boston 25 News.
They are 100% right. A lot of things that they're allowing to happen down there on Mass and Cass due to people not having resources or them being poor and stuff like that, or them not having homes, is absolutely ridiculous. Again, I understand that we can't stop people from doing drugs, but doing drugs is still an illegal act. So I'm not understanding how you can be an addict doing illegal acts, and then when it comes to accountability or either arresting you or whatever it is, then they're like, oh no, we can't arrest them in particular because they're on Mass and Cass and they don't have the resources, when they could lock up somebody maybe in Newton that is openly doing drugs in their arm on the street. Like, I don't understand what is going on. For them to be able to have outside sex, visual sex, is also, I feel, illegal. So I'm not sure what's happening or what we're gonna do or why we're not doing. I don't know. Boston is weird. I think the same thing is going on in the school system. I was talking to an educator the other day, and they were like, because of all the things that are going wrong with BPS and the resources that are not there and the trauma that the kids face, they actually don't have any accountability in school either. Because they're like, oh no, we can't punish them because they are in this condition, so we can't punish them. So they literally kind of let them do whatever the hell they want to do because there's nothing that you can do about it because they are so far back in the system. I don't get it. I just don't understand. So yeah, those kind of things just always kind of stress me out, and I don't know what to do about it. But Mass and Cass is, the summer months are going to turn up. There's going to be a lot more things happening and a lot more things going on. These kids are going to see a lot more things that they should not be seeing, and there's almost nothing that we can do about it. Almost nothing we can do about it. Moving on. Police arrested a 15-year-old boy from Boston on several firearm charges. So remember that situation that we was seeing? Oh, hold on a second. Remember that situation that we were seeing, Tristan? You don't have the right things. Okay. That situation down there by Tremont. I don't know if it's by Tremont.
Which
it's
one?
By the people, the young kids in the red sweater that was opening fire when the people was coming out the barbershop. Yeah, so they arrested somebody else. Hold on, let me give Tristan this. Sorry,
not the Worcester.
I'm gonna send it to your
not the Worcester thing, right?
No, not the Worcester thing. So this is the little So police arrested a second teenager Wednesday morning for his alleged involvement in a shootout at Shawmut Avenue in May, where 20 shots were fired near a park where children were playing sports. Authorities charged a 15-year-old boy from Boston with carrying a firearm without a license, unlawful possession of ammunition, discharging a firearm within 500 feet of a building, and defacement of real or personal property. Police said they made the arrest near 465 Columbus Ave around 6:10 a.m. Wednesday with a straight warrant issued out of Suffolk County Juvenile Court. Boston police said the suspect was expected to be arraigned in Boston Juvenile Court. The 15-year-old's arrest comes about 2 weeks after an 18-year-old Cambridge man was arrested for his involvement in the incident. Officers responded to reports of gunfire the evening of May 24th on Shawmut Ave near Ramsey Park, where police said several children were playing sports. Nobody was injured in the shooting, but 2 vehicles and buildings were damaged. Security footage of the incident shows 2 men exchanging gunfire as bystanders run for cover. I believe that Tristan is pulling up the clip now right after this ad, but let's get into the clip of this. Hold on 1 second. And y'all remember what we're talking about, right? People in the audience that is listening, this was over there by the barbershop, and they just like, oh, this video coming up. And if you are listening on the radio, remember we talked about them having a red sweater on. Somebody just came out, just started opening fire. Other dude came out from the shop and he didn't even know what was going on and just started opening fire. So it was just very reckless and crazy. It's taking some while to pull up. Yeah, but a 15-year-old, 15 years old.
This is the second suspect.
Yep. The second suspect. The first one was 18. And this one was 15. I want to know what the hell both of you guys are so at war about in your lives that it makes sense for you guys to just open fire in broad daylight. It's weird. It's very, very wild. I'm wondering how they actually found them and how they actually caught them. But here is the clip right here from the news briefing.
We're following more breaking news. Police making a second arrest in connection with a sidewalk shootout in Roxbury. A 15-year-old from Boston now faces charges. Several people were caught on camera shooting at each other on Shawmut Avenue. On May 24th, the teen is expected to be arraigned in Boston Juvenile Court.
That man right there didn't know what to do with himself. He was like, oh, Jesus, help me. I don't know where to go. Nothing's open. I just got to fold into the wall. Golly.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I'm now looking at with this location. I was standing at this location like 2 weeks ago, literally. I know this is by the liquor store and then the park's right there.
Yep,
But
Ramsey
I was
Park.
standing at the same exact location where those gentlemen were.
And
2
that's
weeks ago.
how crazy
That's
it is
crazy.
because literally at that time, you could have just been minding your goddamn business and these kids are opening fire in daylight, don't got no aim for shit. And is out here just kind of just shooting. I'm glad they threw the book at him. He got, let me see. Again, it was unlawful possession. So carrying a firearm without a license, unlawful possession of ammunition, discharging a firearm within 500 feet of a building, and defacement of real or personal property. Absolutely. Y'all got to learn. I don't know what this food thing is that you keep pulling up here, but I like it.
Yes, food truck. Jamaican me hungry.
Jamaican Me Hungry got another one, or is it
Put
the
in
same one?
news here. I don't know.
That is interesting. Where'd you get that from? I can't see
It's
it.
on the news. It was on the news this morning when I watched the new TV.
You playing the clip?
You want to do it now?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Didn't say. Food Truck Friday. Jamaica Me Hungry brings a taste of the Caribbean to Boston.
Yes. But Jamaican Be Hungry been around for a long time.
That's what I thought.
So let's see.
Restaurant in
this
Jamaica
was,
Plain 3 years later.
I'm very passionate about cooking. I love cooking. So it's just something that I do and I enjoy it a lot.
Now, judging by the catering slips, the hard work is paying off. The truck's popularity is out of control.
Let's just pull this to the top.
Food truck is bringing a home-inspired taste of Jamaica to the people of Boston.
And people are loving it. Levin has the story of Jamaican Me Hungry.
It's making sure people get a taste of his homeland.
That's the oxtail going right there. It's the curry going right here.
Jamaica Me Hungry was the brainchild of Chef Ernie Campbell.
That's our jerk chicken. We're cooking that right. This is going in the truck this morning.
He started with the food truck in 2015 and then opened this restaurant in Jamaica Plain 3 years later.
I'm very passionate about cooking. I love cooking. So it's just something that I do and I enjoy it a lot.
Now, judging by the catering slips, the hard work is paying off. The truck's popularity is out of control. While cooking in Jamaica, Chef Ernie knew this could be a possibility.
We have people from all over the world that come to Jamaica and they have in Jamaica cuisine. So that idea has come to me when I come to Boston. I was like, okay. The idea was like, if you get a food truck, then you're able to take the food in places that you can't afford.
And Ernie doesn't plan on slowing down. The kitchen is always busy.
I do it on my shift like 4 times.
Sure.
Like, yeah, it's definitely a lot.
I really love what I do. I enjoy it. I be myself a lot doing it. Not trying to copy or imitate anybody. I just take the lead on it. And when I'm in the kitchen, it's like that's where I get comfort.
So this truck kind of has a little place in my heart because I was born in Kingston, Jamaica. My mom, she was born in Trelawney, and my dad was born in St. Thomas, parishes of Jamaica. So when I see this truck or get a chance to eat in a restaurant, well, it takes me back home. For Food Truck Friday, I'm Levin Reed for WBZ News.
All right, Levin Reed. All right, brother.
Gotta get Levin up over here one day.
All right. Yes, we have to have Levin. Yes. Jamaica Me Hungry. That is that. I was wondering. I've never
Ever
ate
it,
from
but
them?
I think if you live in JP, definitely you have to. But like, I never think about the location. They're located right across the street from Jackson.
Yeah.
In that new building right there.
Yep, I've seen. It's a nice building too. I feel like I might have had them at one of these events or something like that. But I've heard.
I think they were at the Jerk Fest or something like that.
Yeah, I've heard. I've always been a big fan of them because I just love how the whole branding of it is. Like, it's really nice looking event. They're at a lot of different. Lot of different events. I have and I reserve.
I think it sounds exactly the same. I really need to invite Levin to a black cookout. Like, get him nice and
Invite Levin to spark the blog and have a good time. I didn't know Levin was born in Jamaica. Not my brother. Hi, Levin. So if you guys do see Jamaica Be Hungry, go out and support it. At least just say that you heard it on Spark FM, even though we got it from somebody else. But still, just say that you heard it on Spark FM, and Spark FM want them to come in and bring them some breakfast in the morning. Tell them that when you see them. What else do we have here? That was the 15-year-old delinquent.
What's this Mayor Wu in Office of Black Male Advancement?
So Mayor Wu in the Office of Black Male Advancement awards $745,000 to grants to empower Boston's black male serving community organizations. So the Office of Black Male Advancement, along with Mayor Michelle Wu, announced that 60 community organizations that serve black men across Boston will receive grants totaling $747,000 for the Community Empowerment Small Grants Program. The grants, which range from $5,000 to $25,000, aim to empower black male serving community-based organizations and amplify their impact in alignment with BMA's core values and strategies. The Community Empowerment Small Grants are being awarded to programs that expand at least one of the following 7 focus areas. So if you have a program that follows one of these focus areas: mentoring and out-of-school time, youth and young adult pathways, housing mobility, economic inclusion and wealth building, workforce training and development, fatherhood engagement, and mental health and wellness. The Community Empowerment Small Grants Program is funded by the City of Boston's FY23 operating budget and exemplifies BMA's work in advancing opportunities for black males and creating a more inclusive and prosperous cities. The grant will be awarded to various organizations and schools and follow suit. Let me see which schools were able to receive this. There's a lot of them. Let me see which ones. We got, let me see if I can recognize any of them. Bikes Not Bombs. Boston Chargers Youth Football and Cheerleading. Boston Public Schools, Boxing Power and Fitness, Boys Without Barriers, Cape Verdean Association of Boston, Daddy and Me, which we just did the family day outside of Hyde Park the other day. Big shout outs to Daddy and Me. We also have Follow Suit. I've been seeing a lot of them. They put on little suits and go and do little workshops. It's dope. Greatest Minds of Boston, Kings Amongst Kings. We had Kings Amongst Kings in here before too. So there's a lot of them. You guys can follow the big list. No Books, No Ball. They just had a huge event outside the other day with mad kids. So shout outs to them. One Love Sports Academy. That's my homies. And then so many other more. Score for More. There's a lot going on when it comes to organizations for men and young boys. So if you are looking for mentors, if you are looking for, just some help, some village help, make sure that you contact the Office of Black Male Advancement. They do have a lot of great men that sit on that committee and that board that are trying to make sure that our black men, that our black men do everything. We did post the link in the comment section so you guys can find out about what organizations got the grants, but that is super dope, and get your children involved. Get the boys involved so they don't be outside of the damn store at 15 years old shooting guns out into the public. That's what they need. They need one of these programs. Keeping it going. What you got there, Mr. Tristan?
Nightmare. East Boston residents get preview of Sumner Tunnel shut down.
Oh, boy. Let's go to Steve Kajakushish.
I don't know why you don't cut this goddamn hair.
And his eyeliner is popping today.
All right,
I love me some Kajakushish.
See the volume of traffic here behind me entering the tunnel. It can get very congested here, and just a few short weeks from now, the lives of many Massachusetts drivers will be impacted drastically. Some of those drivers are bringing their concerns to MassDOT, and MassDOT is beginning the outreach effort to make sure everyone knows about this. The Sumner Tunnel will close for 2 straight months beginning July 5th. That is to allow for around-the-clock construction. Transportation officials are urging drivers to seek alternatives like the Newburyport-Rockport commuter rail line, which will have reduced fares. Also, free Silver Line service, water taxis, and free Blue Line service during the 8-week closure. Despite these alternatives, many drivers have concerns.
I'm fearful for emergency vehicles not being able to get to us and get us to a hospital.
It's a disgrace by the state that
He's
they're
upset
not
about
listening to the people who actually have to live here.
But the tunnel is almost 100 years old, and it's overdue for some of this maintenance work. And we can't do it just on the weekends. It requires a full closure. It's pretty impactful work, and everybody's got to be safe during the project.
Now, if you do still have to drive, you could expect traffic to be very heavy, backed up on the Tobin Bridge and in the Ted Williams Tunnel. There is good news, though, for this weekend because of Father's Day and the Juneteenth holiday on Monday. The tunnel will not be closed for construction this weekend. So the summer will be open this weekend. However, it closes for the summer beginning July 5th. Reporting live this morning in East Boston, Todd Kaskevich, WCVB News Center 5.
Hanging on to that hair like Stephen A. Smith hanging on
You
to
leave that man and his hair alone. God damn it. I love Todd.
Get out of here.
Big shout outs to Todd.
I'm going to find him one day when he's on the air broadcasting with a pair of clippers.
Todd. Boston says, that we BPL using $1 million grant from late Dorchester native to enhance LGBTQ plus offerings. So the late Howard Cooper resided in San Francisco as an adult, but grew up in Dorchester. Book challenges and attacks on liberations continue to escalate throughout the country, Boston Public Library will take a major step to ramp up its LGBTQ resources, collections, and programming thanks to a $1 million bequest from a late Dorchester native. Howard Cooper resided in San Francisco as an adult, but grew up in Dorchester, attended Boston Public Schools, and regularly visited Central Library in Copley Square as a teenager. In 1950s, the library noted in a press release, in his estate plans, Cooper, who died last year at the age of 82, named the Boston Public Library Fund as a beneficiary. I just want to know why nobody ever want to name me the beneficiary when they pass with a whole bunch of money. It don't ever make no sense to me. I don't understand it. His obituary described him as a smart, generous, funny, and non-judgmental. He was cherished as a unique and wonderful person by so many. The bequest provides immediate use funding for the library to expand its current LGBTQ plus circulating collection, hire a researcher to review the library's historic collections for LGBTQ plus materials, and hire an intern to work specifically on LGBTQ plus community history as part of the Boston Community History Project. Additionally, and most critically, the bequest establishes the Howard Cooper LGBTQ plus Endowment Fund, which will provide long-term funding for initiatives such as annual publications of the We Are Pride book list, interactive youth programming, and resources for teens that build upon gender and sexual orientation, resources already in the place. Well, good for that. That is amazing. I feel like we should be doing more of that across the board when it comes to Black, Brown, Latinx, all of them. All the people that have a little bequest should be, leaving their beneficiaries to support the communities in which they serve. And I think that's a really dope situation.
It's a big problem within the HBCUs right now to get their alumni to leave something behind or even to contribute.
I wonder why that is. I feel like with all the publicity and everything that HBCUs get, I know that they still need a lot of resources and stuff, but I know that a lot of wealthy and important people have come out of HBCUs. I would automatically think that those donations would be quick and plenty, because if I get rich, I'm not gonna donate. I don't know. I'm donate to RCC or something, because I want a wing. I want a wing of RCC to be named the hot sauce wing of RCC.
Oh, get it? Hot sauce wing.
Oh, get it? Hot sauce wing. And in there, every time you go in there, you get a gift card to a wing shop. for 2 weeks. Then we got to let the money stretch. Money have to stretch. And I believe that is...
I have one more.
Go ahead.
There's a new outdoor concert venue that brings new life to Suffolk Downs.
Yes, Tristan. Did you see the pictures of that?
I have
Oh,
not.
my God. It looks beautiful. And I think it fits like 8,600 people.
Let's check it out.
Let's check it out. Suffolk Downs. Remember back in the day, they used to have things on the time.
Reimagining some of our neighborhoods, and that's happening. It's Suffolk Downs, where a new seasonal outdoor concert venue is opening up.
Yeah, this really is a new era for the racetrack that's been closed for years, but also has so much history. WBZ's Brandon Truitt takes us to the stage.
Last-minute fixes and finishing touches are underway at Suffolk Downs, the East Boston landmark, getting new life with a concert series this weekend.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Thanks to the folks at the Bowery Presents.
We look forward to having this here for a number of years.
Josh Body is one of the minds behind the stage at Suffolk Downs. The new seasonal concert experience. Shows are planned throughout the summer. The Bowery Presents is behind some of the classic venues in Boston, including the Sinclair and Roadrunner. This stage is their biggest yet.
We're really excited to find a place kind of within the city that that we could do a setup like this, that we could bring large-scale shows for 8,500 people to.
Many of those people will take Route 1 to get here. Plan ahead. The Sumner Tunnel will be open this weekend for the Juneteenth holiday. Parking on site is ticketed. You can get them online before you arrive. There is designated rideshare pickup and drop-off locations, as well as a T-stop, Suffolk Downs. It's on the Blue Line and it drops you off feet from the venue.
We're really looking for a way to bring music back to Suffolk Downs. Historically, in the 60s, the Beatles played here. In the 70s, the Jackson 5 were here. More recently, it hosted everything from the Warped Tour to Radiohead and Bjork. And so they had a desire to kind of get people coming back to the site since horse racing went away.
New life to an old staple. A summer full of concerts awaits. In East Boston, Brandon Truitt, WBZ News.
I wonder what the barrier to entry to get into one of those places are. Like, who would you have to bring? Shaggy. I don't even know.
YouTube.
The Foo Fighters.
UB40.
Yes, the Wu-Tang Clan. No, not them. That'd be dope, though. That's a beautiful venue. I just always wonder, like, can we get it? Can we use it?
We're going to shoot our shot.
We're going to shoot our shot. We're going to see who y'all want to see. Who y'all want us to bring to Suffolk Downs? Tell us who y'all want us to bring, and we will bring them. Might not be soon, but we're going to bring them. Bring them. We're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back after a few moments. We'll get into our national and around the way news. Again, we'll be pushing out of here a little bit early, so keep it locked because we're going to go fast.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Turn it on. Turn it up.
This is SparkFMOnline.com.
Unites Production invites you to their annual International Togetherness Boat Ride. Tell me about working the morning, unless we talking hard work, wine and jam. On Saturday, July 15th, boarding time is at 7 p.m. Departure time is at 8 p.m. sharp. It's all taking place at 70 Rose Wharf. That's the Seaport District in Boston. Aboard the MV Freedom. Tickets are only $60 in advance and $70 the day of the event. Your DJs on board: Mastermind, Vital Rhythm, Sergio, Alfredito, Idrin, HMB out of New York City. Special performances by a group from Honduras, Turbo Rhythm section of the Trinidad. Light dinner's gonna be included. It's a 21 plus event and proper ID is required. Come dress to impress in your mellow yellow attire. Tickets are available on Eventbrite.com. For more information, contact 617-719-3972 or 617-980-4729. Unites Productions invites you to their annual International Togetherness Boat Ride. Look up, look at how it are.
The 5th annual Boston Art
Art and Music Soul Festival returns to Franklin Park Playstead Field on June 23rd and 24th. This year's headliner, Grandmaster Flash, will be hitting the stage to honor the 50th year of hip-hop. There will be food, vendors, arts and crafts, and plenty of giveaways. Festival tickets and passes are available. Please visit bamsfest.org and make sure you get there early.
Saturday, June 24th, It's Casino Production presents the 3rd annual We Outside Underwater, the Luau edition. Music is going to be provided by Clarity House Crew, DJ Matic, Ghetto Hype, Song International. We're going to be traveling on the MV Freedom, 60 Rose Wharf, Boston. Boarding time for that night is going to be 4 p.m. Departure time, 4:30. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you now that it's a 21 plus event. For a ticket, check out Flames Restaurant and eventbrite.com. That is Saturday, June 24th. We Outside Underwater, the Luau edition. Brought to you by Sino Productions.
The all-new Spark FM.
Them not like me, I mean I like them.
Spark FM.
Come on. Ha, sicker than your average.
Spark FM.
Young chicken man be ballin'. These chicks pigeon toed. Some of them be crawling.
Spark FM.
Oh gosh. It's me again.
New England's #1 urban Caribbean music. Radio. Spark FM.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
We are back. Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. I'm going to be jumping around here with the news. UMass poll, Democrats and Republicans divided over Juneteenth. Why? I was thinking about this yesterday. What would people be in denial about for Juneteenth? Because they don't believe that I don't get it. Let me get into the story. On Monday, Juneteenth celebrations will take place across Boston, deemed a state holiday in 2020 and a federal holiday in 2021. June 19th commemorates the arrival of Union soldiers in Galveston, Texas. In 1865, 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation, to inform the enslaved people of their freedom and the end of the Civil War. But according to a new University of Massachusetts Amherst, which surveyed 1,133 people between May 31st and June 8th, some believe the date should have never been made a federal holiday. According to the poll, 42% of respondents said that they strongly or somewhat support Juneteenth being marked a federal holiday, and while 69% of Democrats showed support, only 13% of Republicans and 32% of independents agreed. Regarding a question discussing whether the significance and history of Juneteenth should be taught in classroom, only 29% of Republicans expressed support, while 84% of Democrats answered affirmatively.
Sounds
Why?
about right.
I mean, yeah, like I don't believe that the Republicans think that we deserve to have anything. Like they feel like slavery was something that, was a happenstance perhaps, and that people should probably kind of get over it because they're not slaves anymore, and whatever happened then doesn't mean anything now, which is stupid. So I don't really understand I don't understand what they would be debating over. What is the debate? What would be the actual debate? That I don't know. I don't know what a YouTube is, little boy. But yeah, so how do you guys feel about it? Do you feel like that it should be a holiday? I do. I love a holiday. If there's a way that I don't have to go to work, I'm gonna be doing it. 76% of black responders also stated that Republican Party does not too well of a job of representing the interests of the black community, and a 37% mark for the Democratic Party. And a vast majority, 91% of black respondents, said the legacy of slavery affects African American people a fair deal to a great amount today, compared to 56% of all respondents. Of course, black people would say that. And again, this news is not anything very new. that we all know how we feel about, black people versus how other people feel about it. So there's really nothing else that is left to talk about, really, in that case. Moving on. 106 people confirmed dead after a tragic boat capsized in Nigeria. Have you guys been hearing about this? It's crazy. So, on a rainy season in Nigeria, West Africa, wages on. A boat carrying nearly 300 people recently capsized in the Niger River, leading to at least 160 deaths per the reports. According to CNN, the tragedy occurred around 3 a.m. on Monday. Many of the passengers were headed home from a wedding, and trouble arose shortly after the boat left the shore. Nigeria Police Force spokesperson J.E. Akosanmi says, on leaving the shore, one part of the boat by the engine side collapsed where water penetrated the boat, which ultimately led to the boat capsizing, leading to the deaths of about 106 people. Additionally, AP News reports the local chief cited overcrowding and a big log as contributing factors. The boat was overloaded and close to 300 persons were in it. While they were coming, the boat hit a big log inside the water and split into two. Survivor recalls parents drowning with children in their arms. Damn. Mohammed, who was 22, was on the boat during the ordeal in question, though he managed to survive after swimming to safety. Harrowingly, during a sit-down with BBC, Hassan recalled seeing parents drown in futile attempts to try and save their children. The woman remained behind trying to carry their children. Some of them had 3 or 4 children. Lord, that is terrible. He added, there were also fathers who died the same way trying to save their kids. A local authority notes that the sweeping tragedy was affected everyone in the area. All in all, the community reported lost 61 people in the ordeal. We are all grieving from this sad incident and only pray for Allah to ease our pain in our community. We do things together. When we rejoice, we do it as one. And now this that has befallen us, we are all not sleeping. Man,
that's tragic.
15 kids lost their lives.
That's tragic.
That is terrible. You have is it loading? Yeah. Oh, it's loading. That is awful. I've been kind of like skimming that story a little bit, and it's just so sad and unfortunate because they were coming from a wedding. So they were coming from a celebration and all tragically died. Terrible. Absolutely horrible. And that makes my heart hurt.
Where is this going on?
Hold on, we're bringing up the sound right now.
Died after a boat capsized. The overcrowded boat capsized on Monday morning, and even now, according to reports, the rescue teams are trying to locate those who are said to be missing.
Oh, geez,
the celebrations turned morning when the boat, which was carrying over 250 passengers traveling from a wedding, capsized in north-central Kwara State. And more than half of the victims were from one Nigerian village.
That's how I don't want to listen to him report the news. They got to fire that man.
What happened?
I don't know what happened.
Lagos in Nigeria. Listening.
I don't know why it keeps on
doing it. The devastating news of the boat mishap that claimed not fewer than 110 lives in Kwara State, Nigeria, has once again raised the concerns of the need to have safe and alternative means of transportation in Nigeria, especially in the rural areas. Fear of abductions on Nigerian roads and even rails have left citizens longing for a safer alternative. But it seems a worse fate awaits. There are several calls for proper regulation of the transportation sector in Nigeria and the need for state governments to take responsibility by owning, providing and ensuring adequate means of transportation for its citizens. From Lagos, Nigeria.
Wow.
Ay, Dios mío. That's absolutely terrible. In more tragic news, remember when the building collapsed somewhere out there in Florida and killed all those people. Another pool deck has collapsed in a Florida condo building, failed to comply with codes and standards. Police officials said the swimming pool deck of a beachfront in South Florida condominium that collapsed 2 years ago, killing 98 people, failed to comply with the original building codes and standards that many of the severe strength deficiency, federal investigators said Thursday. Investigators with the National Institute of Standards and Technology gave an update on the collapse of the Chaplin Towers South building in Surfside, Florida. Oh, it's the same thing. Yeah. During a regular meeting of the National Construction Safety Team Advisory Committee, the town of Surfside is located just north of Miami Beach. Besides designed understrength, investigators reported signs of corrosion, misplaced reinforcement, and the placement of heavier and additional plant containers on the deck than those in the original plans. Those and other factors led to critically low margins against failure. Experts have previously suggested problems with the pool deck might have led to the 40-year-old 12-story building collapse on June 24, 2021. But this investigation is ongoing. Officials expect their technical work to be completed by next spring with a report on the cause and any potential recommendations for updating codes, standards, or practices to come in 2025. So it looked like the pool deck was the cause of the unsteady pool deck was the cause to that. And just because of corrosion and everything else that happened, it just kind of collapsed the whole building. You know, you're only as strong as your weakest link. And that's what happened. And that is terrible. I don't know why I keep on closing the tab out with everything that I'm reading on it. It's crazy. It's crazy talk. And just sad altogether. How much prison time could your boy Donald Trump get or face? Let's find out. Not enough, because I think he could still be the president from jail. The FBI investigators who searched Harold Martin's Maryland property in the fall of 2016 found classified documents, including material on the top secret level, strewn about in his home, car, and storage. So he didn't even have them in a nice place, in a nice plastic box where people could find them nicely. He just had them around like he was just reading and walking. Unlike former President Donald Trump, the former National Security Agency contractor didn't contest the allegations. As a result of the case looms, Donald Trump confronts 37 felony counts, 31 under the same century-old Espionage Act statute used to prosecute Martin and other defendants alleged to have illegally retained classified documents. When they decided to pursue a willful mishandling case, it's to send a message that we take these cases very seriously. A defense lawyer and former Justice Department prosecutor, they always are seeking jail time. So how much jail time can he get? Oh, he can face up to 10 years in prison. And if he is indicted on conspiracy or obstruction of justice, he can get up to 20 years in prison. I don't think that Donald Trump is going to face any time at all in prison at all.
I think he will.
You think so?
Absolutely.
How long do you think he's going to get?
This is a pretty big deal what's going on right now.
I mean,
This isn't nothing that they're going to be playing around with in the courts.
I don't know. I have no confidence. I have no confidence in the legal system when it comes to the happenings of Donald Trump. I just don't have it. I would love to be proved wrong. I'm actually excited about being proved wrong.
The country has to, because they have to make an example out of him. They can't keep showing. They have to make an example and show the world, because right now we're the laughing stock of the world. The whole world's looking at America, laughing at us. They have to show the country that they have to show the rest of these countries that we're not playing when it comes to the highest position in our country, you know. So they gotta, you know, he did too much. He did too much over these years, and they finally got him on something that is gonna stick. And I think they're gonna.
I hope so. I absolutely, really, really hope so. I'm banking.
You gotta remember all the prosecutors and everything. They're black, and you gotta remember like the people he's up against. His team, his lawyer team is trash. He has like a class C lawyer team, if you will. You know, a lot of people that would normally represent him, or a lot of the high profile lawyers. They're not taking this case. They're not touching it.
My question though is to the people who are still out there rallying and rooting and rallying for Donald Trump. Like, what is it? Like, what is it? It's a cult. It's definitely a cult, like following, right? Because I don't. That man got a ball and chain on and black and white set on. Wow. Schneider says if Vibes Cartel can drop a dub play a month in jail, then Donald Trump can president from jail too. This is what I believe. This is what I believe. Absolutely. Yes, that is true. The GOP clear folks will take a free day off, but ask if they actually agree with for Juneteenth. Absolutely. They'll take the free day, but then sit there and debate it whether it's needed or not. It's weird. What is this? He's out there protesting for Donald Trump? New Spider-Man film pulled from cinema programs in Arab world, possibly over transgender flag. I didn't know the transgender had a flag. Dubai, United Arab Emirates, the new blockbuster movie Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse was abruptly removed from cinema listings in more than a dozen Muslim-majority countries without explanation. Apparently, over the inclusion of a blink and you miss it transgender poster in the background of one of the films. So in one of the films, it says, protect trans children or something like that. It's a quick flash. And I guess after that, they have decided to pull the movie from the theaters. Empire Entertainment, the Middle East distributor for the computer animated Sony picture film, did not respond to multiple requests for comment. No explicit bans of the film were announced, but there were indications that it will not reach screens. For example, there is no expectation that Across the Spider-Verse will be shown in the United Arab Emirates, said a source close to the film who was not authorized to speak publicly. The source cited rigorous censorship of movies for children and younger viewers. On the official Saudi cinema Twitter page, a statement with a poster of the film attached with the organization will not approve any film that contradicts the nation's media content regulation and whose production companies do not commit to implementing the required amendments. The superhero film featured the Marvel Comics character Miles Morales as Spider-Man, debuted in U.S. cinemas at the beginning of June, tripling the domestic opening weekend revenue of the Oscar-winning prequel. I heard that this movie is absolutely amazing. I have not heard one bad review of the Spider-Verse of this film yet. Not one, and they're saying it's counted as probably one of the best movies ever, the best Spider-Man movies ever. Initially, it was scheduled to open in the Mideast on June 22nd, ahead of the Muslim holiday. The film was listed as cinema programs as recently as last week in the countries such as Kuwait, the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and a bunch of others, but was abruptly and quietly pulled off of their opening list. No reasons were given, but the brief transgender reference might have caused offense in Arab counties where Muslim majorities guided by Islamic law or Sharia often consider homosexuality and transgender identity as sinful and contrary to their religious beliefs and societal norms. That is very interesting. Does it show it there? I'm not sure where the little clip of it was trying to load. Yeah. I'm surprised nobody didn't capture that little clip to make it into the news briefings, but that's very interesting. Very, very, very interesting, if I do say so myself. They just pulled it straight from the theater. You guys cannot watch this here. There was a lot of controversy in the comment sections, especially when it comes to these type of countries who have these strict LGBTQ plus laws. How do you feel about it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, if it's their laws,
it's
their laws, yeah. I guess. I don't think that they're right. I don't think that they make any sense. But I mean,
I didn't see the movie, nor did I see the clip that they're referring to. But I'm sure it was very briefly and probably very unnoticeable.
It really was. From everybody that watched it, they was like, it was a flash. It was like a sweep. Somebody was running across the room and you saw it quickly. You had to really kind of notice it in order to see it. And I think people might have went back and watched the movie just to see if they can find that clip. But yeah, that is strange behavior, and that's crazy. Family of a 7-year-old allegedly beaten by New Jersey school aide settles suit for $1.2 million. Somebody was beating somebody's 7-year-old. The family of a 7-year-old boy with autism, Jesus Christ, was allegedly beaten by a teacher's aide in a Newark school, has settled a federal lawsuit for $1.2 million. I just want to stop right there. Yesterday, we reported about a story about the Starbucks manager getting paid $26.3 million for being fired. This autistic boy, was beaten by a school aide and got $1.2 million. Somewhere, somebody had a good lawyer, and that lawyer should be paid a lot of money for $26.3 million for somebody who got fired. The alleged attacks occurred on Quantum Street Community School and were partially captured on school surveillance camera video to police, and the lawsuit filed in May 2022. The aide, Corey D. Fonchi, allegedly dragged the child in his chair, pushed him down a staircase, then pushed him to the floor with an open hand, according to the lawsuit. The child was covered with fresh bruises all over his body and face, and his tooth and mouth were bleeding as well. The boy's mother told police her child was harmed by the same aide in the fall of 2021 in an incident that was allegedly never investigated by school officials. That aide would have had to get his ass beat completely. A grand jury indicted Fushi, 34, of Newark earlier this year on 2 counts of aggravated assault and 2 counts of endangering the welfare of a child, according to court records. A spokesperson for the Essex County Prosecutor's Office said Wednesday Fushi is due in court for a disposition hearing on June 22nd. Attorney information for Fushi was not immediately available. The settlement agreement calls for $750,000 to come from Newark School Board's insurance carrier. An additional $225,000 will come from the board. Another payment of $225,000 will be paid by the board in 2024, according to the agreement. And is he in jail? The family is turned. I don't think that. Is he in jail? I don't know. I don't know if the man is in jail or not. And I hope that he is, because that's crazy. That's absolutely insane. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back in a few seconds.
Turn it on. Turn it up.
This is SparkFMOnline.com.
The 5th annual Boston Art and Music Soul Festival returns to Franklin Park Playstead Field on June 23rd and 24th. This year's headliner, Grandmaster Flash, will be hitting the stage to honor the 50th year of hip-hop. There will be food, vendors, arts and crafts, and plenty of giveaways. Festival tickets and passes are available. Please visit bamsfest.org and make sure you get there early.
Mattapan Square Main Streets invites you out to celebrate the arts and culture of Mattapan at the 2023 Stroll of the District on Sunday, June 25th from 12 to 4 p.m. Come out and support the local businesses, learn about the resources in the community, create art, and celebrate the district. Live music by Chico Mania and Classic. Hosted by Miss Hot Sauce alongside the People's DJ, DJ Mott. You don't want to miss this.
Invites you to their annual International Togetherness Boat Ride. Tell me about work in the morning, unless we're talking hard work, wine and jam. On Saturday, July 15th, boarding time is at 7 p.m. Departure time is at 8 p.m. sharp. It's all taking place at 70 Rose Wall. That's the Seaport District in Boston, aboard the MV Freedom. Tickets are only $60 in advance and $70 the day of the event. Your DJs on board: Mastermind, Vital Rhythm, Sergio, Alfredito, Idrin, HMB out of New York City. Special performances by a group from Honduras. Tempo Rhythm section of the Trinidad. Light dinner's gonna be included. It's a 21+ event and proper ID is required. Come dress to impress in your mellow yellow attire. Tickets are available on Eventbrite.com. For more information, contact 617-719-3972 or 617-980-4729. Unites Productions invites you to their annual International Togetherness Boat Ride. Look at how it
The all-new Spark FM.
Them no like me, I mean I like them.
Spark FM.
Come on.
Spark FM.
Yo, sugar man be ballin'. Big chick pigeon toed. Some of them be crawling.
Spark FM.
Oh gosh, it's me again.
New England's #1 urban Caribbean music. Radio. Spark FM.
80 comes on a ride, but you don't know about a half on a baby, half on a. Is this R. Kelly? He didn't want a half on the baby. He liked the baby. Anyhow, we're going to get into a quick entertainment stories. Ladies' Night, Coi Leray calls on female rappers to unite for the number one collaborative hit. What's that going about? On Tuesday evening, Coi took to a moment to acknowledge that 2023 hasn't seen a rap project top the charts yet. As reported by Billboard earlier this week, notably the publication notes that such a dry spell for hip hop hasn't occurred in 3 decades. In response to the situation, Coi called all the female rappers to the front and suggested, let's make history with a number one together. Ain't been a number one rap song at all this year, calling all the female rappers to the front. Hear me out, ladies. Night, hip hop, unity. Let's make history with a number one hit together with love. While Coi Leray noted that the suggestion was just an idea, her fans were supportive. Additionally, they proceeded to throw out names for the project. They put Nicki, Cardi, Meg, Doja, Iggy, Ice, Coi, JT, Miami, Saweetie, Lotto, and Lizzo. There's a lot of female rappers in the game right now, but I feel like they all tapped in all of the same kind of female rappers. Or is that all we got right now?
No, there's plenty more.
How many more is it?
Plenty more.
Let me see. Turn on, not now. Here goes some more. Oh, wow. Nicki, Cardi, Meg, Doja, Iggy, Ice, Coi, JT, Miami, Saweetie, Lotto, Lizzo, Bia, Cali, Lil Kim, Missy Elliott, Remy Ma, Baby Tate, Flo Milli, Doechii, Rico Nasty, Lauryn Hill, Eve, Young M.A., Queen Latifah, Rhapsody, Foxy Brown, Brat, MIA, Trina, Ladybug Mecca. Never heard of that one. Heard of that one? Yo-Yo, Rod Digger, Salt and Pepper, MC Light, Roxanne, Shantae, Tiara Whack, Lakia, Glorilla, Big Boss, Venti, Lola Brooke, Sexy Red, Monelio, Janelle Monáe. She not a rapper, is she? No. Janelle Monáe, she be rapping? Cupcake, Ray, Cash Doll, Asian Doll, Maya the Dawn, Princess Nokoya, Stunner Girl, Bad Bobby. Ruby Rose, Ashniko, Chica, Erica Banks, and Kia. It started off ranked and then progressively just became a list of every notable female rapper I could think of. That was one person's comment, but very interesting. Rap songs typically have around 50 to 60 lines if we're keeping it under 4 minutes. However, we've seen songs go number one and be 10 minutes in length. I don't want to listen to no 10-minute song. That's a lot. That sure is a lot. I don't know. If you guys were to put a compilation of female rappers together, let's pick 5 of the most trending. Who would you think would make a good rap song? You guys could jot those down in the comment section and we will read them accordingly. Keeping it moving, Cameron leaves social media divided after calling out Kim Kardashian for Kendall Jenner's Starting 5 t-shirt. So this has been kind of trending. In a recent viral video that Kim Kardashian posted with her and Northwest, she had on Kylie Jenner's Starting 5 t-shirt with all the 5 basketball players that she's dated. And it was a big controversy because they were like, no, she got like the other Kardashian, has a big starting lineup herself. The Diplomat rapper transparently spoke on Kardashian's recently sporting a t-shirt that featured 5 of her younger sister Kendall Jenner's ex-boyfriends while co-hosting his sports show alongside rapper Mace. And here is the clip from that. There is some cussing in it, so please, disclaimer. I believe you guys are all adults here, and you can stand the rain. Here goes the clip.
This video has no sound.
That's weird. So the video doesn't want to play. Now you're gonna taunt your sisters like she. Okay, so he says, I think this B got a lot of audacity. You started off effing Ray J. Why do people ignore that? He said. He then goes on to say, now you're gonna taunt your sister like she got mad D. She got it from you.
I think
here
a
we
lot
go.
of audacity. You started off Ray J. Why do people ignore that? Now you're gonna taunt your sister like she got mad. He got it from you. Yo, if Reggie Bush was
her t-shirt would be crazy
her t-shirt would be crazy.
Her t-shirt would be
now,
crazy.
I'm just all fun and games with her sister because, listen, your starting 5 consists of athletes and entertainers. First of all, we got the head coach, Ray J. We got Reggie Bush. Then she married that basketball player wasn't. Then she found out he wasn't and curved that. Then she started with another athlete. Then she got with Kanye and had kids. Got into an argument with Kanye. Rushed the Pete Davidson. Your lineup is wild too. You got a lot of nerve, man. At least Kendall.
She's global.
Yeah, there you go.
She's global.
Yeah, she's very global. But don't act like your sister ain't see you do first.
I mean, 2 things could be right. But there's a lot of controversy surrounding that. People had a problem with him using the word B. Why, as a grown man, he's speaking on a woman? Why is he so bothered? Don't he realize the nature of these sisters' friendship? They clown each other over this all the time. Why is he so butthurt? Kim was not shading Kendall. They probably laugh about it together. He's unnecessarily pressed. But I mean, it's a talk show. It's an entertainment talk show, and I think that's what they do. And he's not wrong. And it's also none of our business. All of those things absolutely can be right. And then Ice Spice addresses opinions that she owes her rap success to being light-skinned. Colorism has come into the chat. Ice Spice addresses opinions that she owes her rap success to being light-skinned. Ice Spice is addressing criticism that the success of her rap career is due to her being light-skinned. The rapper shut down the internet chatter in a recent interview with Teen Vogue. In it, she says, with the resistance of New York... And this is what she says. She says, I have seen those opinions, she explained. However, the rapper feels that the conversations is not particular to her career. I feel like that's not something personal to me. I feel like that's been the conversation for generations and forever since the beginning of time. Additionally, she explained that the remarks that surrounded colorism and its impact on our careers of female rappers can be detrimental because they end up indirectly uplifting one individual while putting another one down. I try not to feed into negativity because I also see that when people are trying to make that point, it's not out of good place. They end up putting somebody else down. It's a human being. I'm a human being, so anything hurtful could potentially hurt my feelings, potentially. If I do read the comments and see something negative, I'll leave. I'm not torturing myself. And a lot of times I know that they're going to say, because the public is mad predictable, I expect them to just be on my D to be picking at dumb-ish like they didn't need to bring that up. And I mean, I know that colorism is a thing. It's always been a thing, and I do think that there is called a thing called light skin privilege. There's pretty privilege. There's all kind of different privileges. Nobody's saying it right, but I think it's right. What's she supposed to do about it? Change her skin color real quick? I don't get it. What they want her to do? She's light skinned. She's rapper. She's famous. I don't know what.
She doesn't need to address it. That's all.
Yeah, like, I mean, there's absolutely nothing she could do about it.
Yeah.
There's absolutely nothing she can do about the color of her skin. The same way for dark-skinned people when they're, when they're always getting picked on back in the day. Now I see it kind of moving to a different side. I just don't feel like when it comes to this race conversation, when you go at somebody because of the color of their skin, it's just weird to me. They can't change it. It's like literal racism. We black, they pick on us all the time, and we sitting here like, what is it that you want me to do about it? There's nothing I can do about it. So I'm not saying that colorism doesn't exist. I'm just saying the conversation has been very old. It's like the old age Boston don't got no industry conversation. What are y'all gonna do about it? I mean, there's things that we can do about that, so that's not a good comparison. But, we'll end it on that note. She is being featured in Teen Vogue. She had red hair before. Look, she looked like a regular light skin. Okay.
So where's this getting moved to?
Huh? This is still
Okay.
So some things that are going on. The Embrace Ideas Festival, Juneteenth block party featuring Just Blaze. Edo G celebrating 50 years of hip hop is going down today from 2 to 8:30 at Roxbury Community College parking lot. That's again from 2 to 8:30 today by the Embrace Festival. I believe they had a long week of presentations and workshops and things. And they always end it with a dope block party. That is going to star Just Blaze again and Edo G. Also, what is happening today?
Today is also taking
Donna
place.
Summer
Block party.
Yep, and that is going
Faneuil
down
Hall.
at Faneuil Hall or City Hall? City Hall.
Which one's
City
Faneuil
Hall. They right next to each other. Faneuil Hall is like a little lowerish. Faneuil Hall is over there.
That's a small.
Yeah, they over there off to the side. Okay. So there's lots of things to do tonight. Go out to Donna Summer's block party. Go out to Embrace Boston block party.
And then Cambridge block party as well. City of Cambridge block party tonight as well.
Where's that at?
In front of Cambridge City Hall.
Okay. So there's it's a beautiful day today. It is going to be 80 degrees. People get outside, have some fun, go visit all or one of the block parties. They're all starting and ending around the same time between 2 to 8. So make sure you guys, you can't complain about Boston not having nothing to do or Cambridge not having something to do because it's lots to do today. Happy Juneteenth weekend.
Father's Day weekend.
It is happy Father's Day to all the fathers on Sunday. Big shout out to you guys. Ladies, buy the men some drawers, some cologne, a weed whacker. Maybe take them on a little sexy trip so that they have a good time and they feel nice and that everything is working. Noah is needing some attention, so we are going to go home and we are going to hang out and we are going to, what are we going to do today, Noah? What? He talking about jump zone. If anybody want to come take this little boy over there, he better jump in one of these block parties. Better get a little trampoline and go jump in the backyard. I don't know what the boy want, but it ain't me. With that said, people, thank you guys. We're going to get our weekend started a little early, and we'll see you bright and early on Tuesday morning. Have a good one, boy.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
The only thing that does matter is great music, and you will find it here.
The all-new Spark FM.